The Baby Lock Anthem is the total package in sewing, quilting, and garment construction. This machine sets itself apart from most brands that's on the market. There's not many machines on the market that's going to give you 11¼ inch throat space, 804 stitches. Folks, what separates this machine from a lot of the others that are out there is this device right here. And it's called StitchSync regulation. Yes, folks, everybody's been asking for a machine with a stitch regulator built in that you do not have to go to a quilting frame. The nice thing about the Anthem, you can do free motion quilting, keep your stitches the same length apart. You have different modes of stitch regulation. You don't even have to go to a quilting frame. However, the nice thing about this machine, because of the large throat space, you can go to a quilting frame if you ever wanted to. So let's dive into this machine and show you the differences the Anthem you'll find separates itself from so many machines that's on the market. First thing we're going to notice about the Anthem, look how pretty it is. The plum color lid, this is a new color that's come out this year. I think it makes the machine very attractive. You got the full color screen. This screen is crystal clear, folks, and you're going to be able to see what you're doing. So as soon as I touch everything, it pulls the stitches up for me. Notice on my bed, I have full illumination with all the LED lighting. There's extra LED lighting around my needle plate. My needle plate will have the inch markings and millimeter markings. Now this machine, not only is it a quilting machine, it's going to be your garment construction machine as well. It has the removable accessory tray. It does come with a big extension table. So when you're working on a larger piece of material or doing your free motion stippling, you're going to have plenty of support around your needle. I like how on this particular tray the door opens up so you can see all your accessories. It's an extra large accessory tray as well, so you can keep all your feet and accessories there in one place. Threading is going to be very easy on the machine. I have the horizontal spool pin. Everything's going to be channeled for me all the way down to the needle. Has electronic needle thread that threads the machine for me. All of my buttons here, all of my convenience features are located right here in front of me. I've got the needle threader button. I can override the speed of the machine. Now this machine you can use with or without the foot control, because I do have the start stop button. This one does have the multifunction foot control included. That's about a $300 item that Baby Lock's including for you, no additional charge. You do have the pivot feature. I can raise and lower my presser foot right here. I do have the built-in scissor. Needle up, needle down. I do have the auto lock feature. Auto lock will tie the stitch off for me underneath so it's hidden and out of the way. And I will have traditional reverse. The machine does have the knee lift on the front, and it comes with the knee lift attachment so it can raise and lower the presser foot by using my right leg. So basically, if I'm in my stitch regulation mode, which we'll show you later on, having that knee lift in makes it really easy so I can keep both hands on my fabric and use the knee to raise and lower the presser foot using that attachment. However, I do have the traditional lift right here that I can raise and lower my presser foot or just hit the button. This machine will have the 7-point feed dog system in it. This is a critical feature on the machine. Having a 7-point feed dog system basically means when I'm working with a lighter weight material, the more surface area I have touching my material, it keeps that fabric flat, keeps it from stretching, twisting it. As that machine is feeding the material, you're going to get an even feed. It's going to reduce the likelihood of it puckering. But folks, there's another thing that Baby Lock's including with this is the Move It, the digital feed system is being included on the Anthem at no additional charge. Most brands make you purchase that if it even is available for it. This is a top of the line sewing, garment, and quilting machine. I do have the top drop-in bobbin system on this machine, so I can easily see how much thread I have. I can also have seam gauge markings that's on this bobbin case cover as well with my 1/4 inch and 5/8 inch markings there for me to help keep everything straight. But folks, there's another nice thing about this machine. There's a laser built in that will actually illuminate right in front of the needle where you need it so you can keep your fabric straight. That is a game changer. Now I have the huge color screen here. And we'll zoom in just a minute and show you just a little bit about this because everything is laid out nice and easy on the Anthem. When you start talking about 804 stitches being built in on a machine, that is a lot of stitches. That's a lot of features that's being included for you. So Baby Lock has this machine laid out thematically. So I do have my utility stitch mode and I have my character stitch mode. Utility stitch mode is going to give me all the basic stitches that you're normally used to using. This right here on the front panel. These are the most popular stitches that you generally will find in most of your sewing, quilting, garment construction applications. If you're into heirloom sewing, if you need stitches for overcasting, that's built in. Several different applique stitches are built in on this particular machine. If we'll notice down this side right here, I have all my tabs for thematically, because 804 stitches is a lot of stitches. You don't want to have to be fast forward through the entire stitch count till you find the stitch that you're wanting to do. So here's my utility mode. I can have a page down button here, and I have a few more stitches that are deemed most popular. That's how they'll come. That is right there. Then I go into the quilting mode. I have most of my overcasting applique stitches built in here. The old-timey feather stitch, that's never going to go away. It's built in on the Anthem. Then I get into more of my decorative and utility mode. Then I get into even more stitches. I have heirloom sewing here. We can adjust the length and the width on all the sewing patterns, and some of the stitches are capable of this button right here, which is the elongation feature. It's a tapering feature that will taper that stitch down for me, and also you can change the length of that. You have all the different styles of one-step buttonholes, and it does come with the one-step buttonhole attachment that will size those buttonholes every time to the button you're working with. You can go from standard baby size buttons all the way up to a standard coat button with no problem at all. The machine's going to do all of these for you. You can even do corded buttonholes on the Anthem. Then I can do multi-directional sewing on this machine. Folks, not many machines gives you this feature as well of being able to sew that way. And as we continue on, everything's going to be laid out for me as I continue down all the different stitch modes. Now, Baby Lock does give you a very detailed instruction manual, and Ken Sewing Center is going to be here to help you for the life that you own your machine. All you have to do is be sitting in front of it, pick up the phone and give us a call. We're going to be happy to help you anytime with any question you have. We have 5 full-time technicians here to help you. All of our technicians are also educators. They can help you with any kind of question that you may have. If you need compatibility questions, we got an entire sales staff here dedicated to knowing what works with this machine, and we're glad to help you anytime, day or night. Then we can go into our characters. We have different alphabet fonts. We have extra large patterns for embellishing. This machine is loaded out. This is the top of the line quilting, sewing, and garment construction machine, plus having the stitch regulation built in. There are USB ports built on the side of the machine. You can actually plug in a mouse if you rather use that to find your buttons instead of touching the screen. There are so many features on this machine, folks. This video could be hours long. We're going to compress this down, just showing you the major highlights of the machine. As time goes on, there'll be more in-depth tutorials coming, so stay tuned to our YouTube channel for that. On the top of my machine here, if you'll notice, I have other buttons. I can actually connect this machine to my internet. Now I have videos available, the QR codes. You can pull up different videos, and Baby Lock's working on even more tutorials. That's one thing I really like about this company, is they give you a lot of information. Their educators are top notch. They're working all the time, coming up with new content to show you how these machines operate. With your purchase of the Anthem, you will get a free subscription, a 60-day subscription to the Love of Knowledge database. There are literally hundreds and hundreds of videos there on all kinds of machines. You'll be able to find machines for the Anthem there. It gives you more tutorials of how to use the machine, and then you have your manual and you have Ken Sewing. We can go in here, and I can change a lot of things on the hard drive of the machine. Now don't worry, you won't do anything to erase the hard drive on the machine. You can just get this machine set to how you like it. That's what's important, is how you like it. So we can do a lot of things on this machine, and we're just for sake of demo, we're just going to quickly go through all of these. Now you can lock the machine, so if you have little ones around or you just don't want anybody getting into your machine while you're away, you can lock it up. That way no one can get in to your machine. We can change the color of the screen to get it set to our eyes and just continue on and on and on. But if you'll notice, everything's laid out really easy. I don't have to push 15 buttons to get to where I'm wanting to go. Baby Lock has really thought the machine out of how it was designed, how the hard drive was designed, having all my buttons extra large so we can see what we're doing, having our most popular buttons here, width, length, everything right here, our tension settings, just right here in front of us at any given time. Let's do a little bit of sewing on the Anthem. I want to show you just how heavy you can go all the way down to lightweight. I want to show you just how these tension system on this machine is going to easily go from extreme heavy to lightweight to stretchy materials, and you're not going to have to worry about adjusting tension. We've got that 7-point feed dog system. I can raise my presser foot up here and leave it, but I have extra height under my presser foot. You sewers and quilters will love this. You got to be able to get your fabric underneath my material. Now here is going to be extremely heavy. I'm going to have 2, 4, 8 layers of denim. That's roughly the side seam on a pair of denim blue jeans. I've got even more room to work with right here, and I'm going to lower that down. I'm going to go from extremely heavy, and then we'll go to a cotton all the way down to a stretch material. I'm not going to have to worry about the machine handling it. It could do a lot heavier than this, but this is probably going to be about the heaviest you generally will do for your utility sewing. And we'll notice the top drop-in bobbin system, how it will crawl down on 2 material, and it doesn't compromise the stitch quality at all. Here I'm going, the machine's guiding most of that fabric for me. I don't even have my hands on the fabric right now. And I'm gonna get my stretch material, a couple layers of it. We'll sew through a couple layers of it onto the cotton, just to show you just how easy this machine can feed our material through. And I get to the end of the material, I can actually stop it right here. And it's going to sew a couple of stitches. It ties that stitch in for me. I can hit my scissors, it's going to snip my threads for me, and then raise the presser foot up. And everything, it's a clean and neat tie off here on the end. So I went from extremely heavy to a stretch, my cotton with no problem whatsoever. No adjusting tensions, no adjusting tensions needed. Now let's go in, I want to show you the StitchSync stitch regulation mode that this machine is so unique to the Baby Lock Anthem. As soon as I plug the stitch regulator in, I get the screen, says you can start free motion stitching now. It recognizes that. Now I'm ready to go into full stitch regulation mode. I have my stitch regulator on, I can select my modes of what I want to do. If I want to do basting stitches, just go ahead and go in to continuous mode. There are all kind of messages. It helps me all along the way in doing the stitch regulation. And folks, just get in there and practice. That's what the machines are here for. That's what you need to do. Get you some old quilting material, some old material, doesn't matter to you, till you get used to doing stitch regulation, till you get used to the system. Then you're going to be a pro before you know it. We got basting mode, we've got continuous mode, and we have the intermittent mode. We'll have more information on the website on all of this. You can give us a call anytime, drop us an email. We'll be glad to answer any question you may have on any part of the machine. On basting mode, the machine will drop the needle at a longer interval so you can tack your materials together. Then we have the continuous mode. There's not going to be any movement of the cloth. The needle drops slowly in the same position for a lock stitch. It has a shorter stitch length, it says. And then also here, intermittent mode, there's no movement of the cloth. The needle will stop at the top. And then the needle drops after moving the length that you're moving your fabric. And the thing is, folks, just get a good, consistent, slow, consistent move of your fabric. That's going to really help improve your stitch quality. You can go way too fast to override what the machine can do. As soon as you get used to moving your fabric in a steady, continuous motion, you're going to get professional quality stitching with this particular stitch regulator. So let's get us a little sample here. Let's get to quilting. Now I'm going to be in continuous mode, and basically all I have to do is hit my start button and I'm going to be ready to go. The faster I move, the faster machine operates the stitches. You notice I slow down, and it's going to slow down too. Let's get a good pace going. It'll beep at me when I get way too fast for what it's doing, but as soon as you practice of a good steady speed, you're going to be able to do long arming on this machine. You're going to get professional quality results, and once you get used to how this operates, this is going to be just like you riding a bicycle. You don't forget. Then I hit stop when I'm over. I hit my scissor and it trims the fabric for me. It's as easy as that. Kent Sewing Center is your authorized Baby Lock dealer. We carry everything that's made for the Anthem. We're one of the largest Baby Lock dealers in the country. We have some great rebates on the Anthem. We carry all parts and all accessories for the Anthem. With your purchase, you're going to get our premium support package. We have 5 full-time technicians here 6 days a week to help you with any kind of warranty issues, repair issues. If you're having compatibility questions, we can help you with that. If you need help operating the machine, we can help you with that as well. We're not just an internet company, we're a full sewing store. We have these machines on our sales floor. We can walk out in front of one and talk you through all kind of questions, tell you what button to push to get to where you want to go. There's a lot more information on our website. Feel free to give us a call. We'll be glad to help you anytime.